Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face? Oh, y'all.
Houston, Texas, September 2023. Robashi, a Somali American woman, uploads on the internet a selfie video recorded at night of what looks to be in a back parking lot of a shopping plaza. She is seen in the video with what appears to be a huge lump or contusion on the side of her face. A contusion is caused by a direct blow to the body that can cause damage to the surface of the skin and to deeper tissues depending on the severity of the blow. Bashi is not bleeding nor crying in the footage. There is no blood, open wound, or human tissue visible on the face or clothes. She is understandably calm but speaking in explicit language. The Somali American woman begins to state she was hit on the side of the head with a brick by an unknown man. In the video, she did not give a description if the man was white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Native American, or any other ethnicity. Bashi states she was struck with a brick due to turning down the request to give this stranger her phone number. As a result, the man became livid and struck her in the head as 6 to 8 black men witnessed the crime and watched. In the audio of this video, you cannot see, but you can hear a man in the background who is constantly asking, "What part of the brick? What part of the brick hit you? What brick?" A woman in the background overhears Bashi's accusations as she states she just arrived at the scene. Bashi goes into character, addresses the woman with this swollen deformity visibly on her face, and this time states she was hit in the head with a rock because she didn't give this man her phone number, and all the black men stood there and fucking watched. While filming herself during the rant, she asked the viewers twice, "You don't see this shit?" as she points to the horrible bruise on her face. Men heard in the background are visibly confused and ask her, "What do you want us to do?" 3 times. She is heard saying she wants the men to be a man. She wants them to do something because the men let another man hit her in the face. A commotion amongst the crowd builds as the men in the background are heard saying, "Call the police" several times. I just need for you to understand, when is the last time you hit a brick in your hand? I just need for you to well, you know what? If you can go inside Home Depot or you can go inside Lowe's, when is the last time you held a brick in your hand? Because if you held this brick in your hand and heard this story, I think you would have a different perception of what this can do. This is no joke. This has got some weight to it. I do a lot of weightlifting with my wrist. I do a lot of dexterity exercises. This is no joke. All right? She says she got hit with a brick, right? Well, then she changed her story and said she got hit with a rock. Now, I'm not saying she's lying, but which one is it? Is it the brick or is it the rock? Robashi goes to an African party. I'm assuming by herself. She didn't go with no other females. She didn't meet any females there. She didn't go with any males. She didn't meet any males there. She went to this party solo. She meets this guy, or this guy steps to her. He's attracted to her. He asks Robashi for her information, her phone number. Robashi states that because she denied this man the opportunity to get her telephone number, he became livid and picked up a brick or a rock and struck her on the side of the face. Based on the videos that Miss Bashi has produced in the past, we don't know what this woman said to set this man off. Men have to be set off. You have to detonate us in order for us to go off. We don't just blow up. I'm not saying that can't happen, but most men just don't blow up. Something set this man off. Something set this man off that this woman said. And a lot of women don't realize these men right now, these new men coming up right now, they can't take your mouth. They can't take your mouth. And they become frustrated, and the only thing they want to do is shut you down from talking down to them, humiliating them, embarrassing them, ridiculing them. So we don't know if that played a part in it, but this man picked up some type of brick, some type of concrete, something that holds buildings together, and struck her in the face with it. This happened somewhere around this African party outside. She is absolutely correct. Men stood around and watched. Multicultural men stood around and watched. Nigerian men stood around and watched. Haitian men stood around and watched. Caribbean men stood around and watched. Somali men stood around and watched. They stood around and looked. They didn't even do anything. The question is, why didn't they? And you have a young man that said he saw her get hit with the rock. He saw her get hit in the face again, he would still do nothing because he said he didn't do anything and he wasn't going to do anything. This woman, I can only imagine how she felt when she had witnesses to her assault and nobody did anything. So what she did now, everybody, I'm assuming what she did was she moved from where she got hit with this rock. She moved from that location and she walked over to some men, 6 to 8 people outside, just minding their own business and chilling. Then that's when we see this video of her. She takes out her phone. It's dark outside. She's recording. The first thing she's doing is fixing her hair. She's not crying. There's no bleeding. You know, a brick or a rock can really do some serious damage to your face. We see lumps or a huge lump on this woman's face. It's the proper term is called, it's a contusion. A huge contusion on this woman's face. She starts this video and says that these black men, Black American men, saw her get hit with a brick and they did nothing but watch. But these men in that area where she's recording at this time, they really didn't know what happened. You can look at their body language and tell they're confused. They weren't the original witnesses that saw this woman that get hit with a rock. The fact that nobody from different communities, different ethnicities wanted to help this woman speaks volumes. Nobody held her hand. Nobody hugged her. Nobody consoled her. Nobody told her to lay down and stay in the reset position while you're on the ground. When you are injured, you're not supposed to move. Whether she got up or she never hit the ground at all, she started going in on black men, Black American men who probably weren't even invited to this African party, We had something to do with it because we did not participate in helping this woman. That was a lie. You slandered us. You slandered us. Now, you said that black men did nothing but watch, but black American men weren't there. But somehow, we got more flack than the person that hit you upside the head with a brick because we did nothing. Now that we know this story is true, which one is it? Or both? Did he hit you with both? Is it a brick or a rock? Then, in the video, nobody's not talking about something that I find seriously offensive. She ends this video by saying, man, fuck all y'all niggas. Because she didn't get any help, any aid, no protection. Nobody pulled out their gun. Nobody pulled out their knife. Nobody balled up their fists. Nobody gave her a reaction to her assault. If that's how you feel about black men, black American men, I'm glad nobody assisted you. I'm glad nobody didn't help you, Robashi. You threw black men up under the bus. That's all you need to realize. Nobody's not going to apologize because we got the story wrong. We don't care if this story is fake. You slandered us. We don't care if the story is true. You slandered black men, black American men. You didn't say Somali American men. You didn't say Haitian American men. You didn't say Caribbean American men. You said black men. Black men. And yes, these brothers are black, but you said black like black American men. You were upset that nobody protected you. You are absolutely right. You asked us, do we see this shit? Yeah, we see it. And that's the reason why you didn't get any help, Miss Robashi. It's called selected protection. We will select who we want to protect. We will select who we want to protect. I'm glad they watched. Let me just say that. I'm glad they watched and they didn't participate in trying to help you at all. Before I leave, I want to ask you a very important question. The racial epithet at the end of this video, does that sound like a term of endearment to you? Black women? Black women that sunk your claws deep into the veins of black men, deep into the jugular veins of black men. Does this racial epithet at the end of this video, does that sound like a distress call to you? Because it sounds more annoying to me than a call for help.